Hi, Lindsay students. It's your school counselor, Miss Collins and Mr. Montiel, and we're back with another Watch Wednesday wellness lesson. The last wellness lessons, we covered topics of bullying prevention and suicide prevention. And this month, we're also sharing a super important topic. We're talking about sexual harassment prevention. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. So just a little content warning, please be advised that the following content may be triggering to some. Today we are talking about sexual harassment prevention. If you need support or someone to talk to throughout this presentation, please reach out to me or make a drop-in or referral to the Wellness Center. Okay, so what is sexual harassment? Sexual harassment is any unwanted sexual behavior that makes someone feel upset, scared, offended, or embarrassed. It occurs when a person or group of people make comments or gestures that are unwanted and of sexual nature. Okay, sexual harassment can exist in many different forms, and we'll cover all these different forms throughout our presentation today. So, sexual harassment, what does this look like? It can be picking on someone because of actual or perceived gender identity and or sexual orientation, calling someone a suggestive or inappropriate name, causing discomfort by telling inappropriate sexual jokes or showing sexual pictures, touching and or exposing someone inappropriately, and this is all a form of bullying, which is unacceptable here at school. So examples of verbal sexual harassment. This is the first kind of sexual harassment we'll be talking about. So verbal sexual harassment are comments about private parts of the body. They include sexual rumors, like who likes who has a boyfriend, who has a girlfriend, sexual requests, telling someone you like them, repeatedly asking someone for a hug after they say no, like, oh, come on, just give me a hug. Asking or telling someone what you would like to do with them sexually, and making fun of people's gender identity or asking uninvited questions about their body parts. So examples of written sexual harassment. These are like sexual notes that you might be passing to someone. Sexual emails, DMs, chats, text messages, social media posts, anything on TikTok, Instagram, that is unwanted sexual harassment. Obsessive love letters, sexual graffiti, such as writing sexual things on bathroom walls, desks, lockers, textbooks, a bus, etc., and then sexual drawings and or photos. So examples of physical sexual harassment. This includes like touching or grabbing someone, private parts of the body, rubbing and grinding against someone, cornering someone like up against a wall, pulling clothes up, down, or off, unwanted hugs and kisses, sexual gestures, which includes any sexual motion made with the hands, mouth, tongue, or body, and then also sexual staring and leering at private parts of the body.
Well, what about examples of visual sexual harassment? So these include unwelcome gestures, showing inappropriate content, such as sending sexual images or videos to another person, requesting that someone send sexual or naked images, or exposing of private parts. So who can be sexually harassed? Who can harass? So you may be wondering, who can, is it just boys to girls? Is it girls to boys? So here we're going to answer that for you now. So can boys sexually harass girls? What are your thoughts? Yeah, you are correct. The answer is yes. Can girls sexually harass boys? What do you think? Again, you are correct. The answer is yes. Can girls sexually harass other girls? What are your thoughts on that? Yes, they definitely can. Can boys sexually harass other boys? Yes, you are all right so far. All right, the next one, can adults sexually harass young people? What are your thoughts on that? Absolutely. Yes, this is very much possible. Anyone can be sexually harassed, and anyone can potentially harass someone else. So let's take a moment now and consider this scenario. And the question is this sexual harassment? So Jose was with a group of friends standing around the eating lunch. They were talking and joking. When Jose started to walk to class, Mia then slapped Jose on the butt and said, "Your body looks good." Mia and her friends laughed and then walked away. So let's just take about 10 seconds and ask yourselves as a class, and to yourselves, is this sexual harassment? So, and at this point, teachers, maybe you can pause the video for a second and just have a brief conversation about that. But in short, the answer is definitely yes. And I think you would all agree that this is sexual harassment. And maybe as a group, you can discuss what were some things that indicated for you that this is sexual harassment. So what does consent mean? This is a very important aspect, and Ms. Collins mentioned some of this earlier. So what does consent mean? So the right for a student to decide who to invite, uh, what's that word there, Ms. Collins? I can't read it because it's covered. Invite to,
Into the personal space.
got it. Okay, thank you. This is called bodily autonomy. So imagine an invisible bubble that surrounds you, and you get to decide who you let into that bubble for a fist bump, a handshake, or even a hug. Only you, only you get to decide your boundaries and comfort levels. So there's parts of this that I can't see, Ms. Collins. Okay, um, so consent is a conscious voluntary decision without coercion or intimidation with clearly spoken boundaries. So asking for consent, ask for consent first if the person would like a fist bump, a handshake, or even a hug. Ask for consent and listen to the answer. So just because you asked and then went ahead and did it doesn't qualify as getting consent. You need to wait for that answer, and that's an important piece. And then responding, the person that's being asked for consent, you have the right to say no, no, thank you. If you do not want a fist bump, a handshake, or a hug, remember, only you get to decide what your boundaries are. If you are ever in a situation that does not feel safe, always tell a trusted adult.
Okay, so what if someone does something to me without my consent? So if you or someone you know has been a victim of suspected sexual harassment, please report this to a trusted adult as soon as possible. If you experience sexual harassment, we ask that you walk away and or tell the other person to stop in a firm, calm way, and then report it to a trusted adult as soon as possible. And so, just to be clear, we're going to be passing out a district policy. And this is always available on our district website. And you can also find a poster that looks like the image below in our school bathrooms and our locker rooms as well, just covering sexual harassment and how the district views sexual harassment here at school. And then just like in our other wellness lessons, we just have a list of some trusted adults here at school. We only ask that you have at least one person here at school that you can go to that you feel trusted with your personal issues or problems that you might be facing here at school. So we have Dr. Lee, we have Mr. Nan, Miss Fields, me, Miss Collins, Mr. Maldonado, our school psychologist, Mr. Montiel, and I'm sure that there's a multitude of other adults here on campus that you could also go to that you consider as your trusted adult here at school. Okay. And of course, if you don't feel comfortable reporting to a trusted adult, you can use our anonymous see something, say something line and we have posters all around campus with the little QR code, and you can go ahead and report something anonymously. Okay, and just to close today's presentation, we just want you to think about an important message in this presentation, and teachers go ahead and facilitate a conversation after the ending of this presentation, and just allow students to raise their hands and ask any important questions that they might have or an important message that they learned from this presentation. Okay, teachers and students, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Wednesday.
Thank you. Have a great day.